Greetings. Here we go.
Hey, Shexna, how's it going?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
So far, so good.
Good.
How are you loving the island life?
It's been so amazing being back. It literally has been like 4.5 years, so it's been good to be back home, for sure. Yes.
And what's the top 3 things you love about Sri Lanka?
Oh, top 3, I would have to say the beach. Number 1 up there. The food, like, since being out in the US, I haven't been able to have like good Sri Lankan food, so definitely miss the food. And third, just being with my family, for sure.
And for people who don't know you, tell us about you, the human, the singer, the multi-talented woman.
So my name is Shexna, I'm 20 years old and I'm a singer-songwriter, born and raised in London, and I moved out to America when I was 18 to pursue my music career. So I'm out here in Sri Lanka now. A few opportunities came around, so we're still grinding, hustling, but yeah.
So how would you describe your unique blend of style?
I would say, honestly, it's definitely been an accumulation of everything from when I was like a child to now. Growing up, I was around my dad, who played a lot of like country music, a lot of soul, Luther Vandross, Eric Clapton, and then I really got into like ballads and stuff. And I think as I started getting older, I really found my sound and myself as an artist. So I would say it's a blend of like R&B, soul. I'm really into like gospel music right now, even rap, hip hop, I love it. So I really just tried to bring everything into like my music. And that's why I'm excited for future projects, because I definitely want to tap into all those different genres and yeah, just bring something new to the scene. Yeah.
And are there any Sri Lankan artists you're listening to or have been inspired by?
For sure. 242, shout out to them. We actually have a record on the way, but I think I just had a show with them, and I think seeing the outcome and the turnout, the stage presence, just the way they interact with the crowd, and a really amazing band. So shout out to 242. They're doing their thing. Yeah.
Okay. What about the classics, like the Sri Lankan classics?
I'm gonna be honest, I feel like I still haven't really tapped into like the Sri Lankan music scene, and I think the most I'll ever hear is when like I'm with the uncles and the aunties and they're getting lit, and then you'll hear the typical Sri Lankan classics, which I do love, but I think I definitely need to tap in more to the Sri Lankan music scene.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've been doing music for how long now?
Honestly, I feel like every artist would say this, but since I remember, like, I remember being around 4 years old and I was in my uncle's living room. I was stood on a chair, like, performing to my parents and my uncle. And I've just fallen in love with music. It's all I've ever really known. And I think my love for it's grown as I've, like, got to understand myself as a person, as an artist. And I think I'm still learning myself too. So, yeah, it's been a part of Shexna for a very long time. Yeah.
Okay. And so, let's get talking about your music.
Mm-hmm.
How many singles have you released so far?
Yeah, so I have 4 singles out right now. We just dropped my newest single, Lover Girl, and we've been doing that campaign. But for 2024, definitely new music coming out, working on an EP and our new next single. So excited. It's a lot of new sounds, and I think as I'm like working more on my artistry, I'm definitely like growing and just getting better at my craft, just focusing a lot more on my songwriting, like my instrumentation and stuff like that. So be ready for some new music. Yes.
An EP!
Yes.
Would you be open to collaborations with other Sri Lankan artists, be it in Sinhala or Tamil or even English?
I would say it really just depends on what feels right in the moment. I think, like I said, I've just done my collaboration with 242, so that'll be on the way. And I think I really just want to focus really on like the music that I'm creating right now before I like get into any collaborations. But never say never. You never know. Yeah.
And that's why they need to find you on the gram.
Yes. For sure. Definitely. And yes, you can find me on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, everything. SHEHXNA. Yeah.
That is like cool stuff. And
thank you.
Because I know you've done music in the UK and then in the US.
Yeah.
But as a person who is Sri Lankan, how easy, difficult is it for you to hustle and grind and make it out there?
I feel like being Sri Lankan, I feel like I only really see it as an opportunity to really like represent. So I wouldn't necessarily like, I think in the future there may be like obstacles that I come across, but I really just want to embrace like my roots, I think, and just like really see it as an opportunity to like bring something new into the industry that hasn't been seen yet. So I'm very grateful that I can like represent my culture and like who I am as a person. Being born and raised in the UK and even like working out in the US, I definitely want to bring that kind of like culture too and not forget my roots. And I think that's why it's so amazing being back at home as well. It really just grounds me and reminds me like what it feels like to be at home. Yeah.
And is there anything that you want to add in closing?
Just be ready for this year. I'm very grateful to be here. Big shout out to Yasmin for having me, and yeah, just be ready. And there's a lot of work going into what we're doing this year, so I'm just very grateful to be doing what I'm doing, and I'm excited for you guys to see what we have in store. Yes.
Man, and all power to you.
Thank you so much.